Today we're going to be taking a look at the 505 watt hour 500 watt peak portable power station from DBPOWER, and at the moment this is the largest size power station that DBPOWER offers, and it's an ideal size for short stints off grid and keeping small electronic devices powered on and charged up. I've tested out a ton of different power stations this year, and for me this is the perfect setup to make flashlight videos because I can use this power station to keep my flashlights, cameras, and my cell phone charged, but you could also keep all kinds of other electronic devices like your fans, mini fridges, laptops, and other devices running for hours and hours. The power station has a nice big 505 watt hour, 140,000 milliamp hour lithium ion battery pack, and this should be enough to charge small devices like smartphones about 70 times and small laptops about 8 times. It weighs about 12.3 pounds, and it has a very comfortable leather handle on top for carrying. On the left, there's a DC input, which you can use to charge the portable power station with either a wall outlet, a car charger, or any compatible 60 watt solar panel. There's a handful of different outputs, including a car port and a DC 12 volt output, a great selection of USB ports, including an ultra-fast 100 watt Type-C, a smart USB-A, and 4 additional 5 volt 2.4 amp USB Type-A's, and finally 2 110 volt AC 500 watt outputs with a 1000 watt peak, which we're going to be testing out shortly. There's also a nice little light on the side, which is useful if you're using the power station at night, and it has a handful of different modes. The power station has a backlit display, which gives you some really useful information, including the remaining battery life as a percentage, which outputs are turned on, and a real-time reading about the output and the input in watts. If you're charging via solar, you can use this to optimize the angle of the panel to charge most efficiently, and if you're using this power station to power or charge devices, you can see in real time just how much battery you're using. Alright, so now we're going to plug in a few different items into the USB outputs and also the AC outs, and we're going to run a bunch of different devices simultaneously and see how long they can run for. We're going to kick this test off at about 12:56 p.m. and plug in some different devices and see how long the setup runs for. Anyways, it's fantastic to see in real time how much power is being consumed and also the percent of the battery life remaining, so there's no guessing. But at the moment we're at about 94% battery life and we're running at about 190 watts. Now we're checking back in at about an hour and a half later, and it looks like a few of the devices have charged and the refrigerator has probably come down to temperature. So it makes sense that the output is down to about 140 watts. About an hour later, I heard a beeping sound coming from the power station at about 3:43 p.m., which indicated that the power station no longer has any charge left, and as you can see, the battery is depleted. Overall, I think it's a great option if you're on a budget and need around 500 watt hours to power your devices. There aren't too many power stations at this price point with a display that gives you as much data as this one, and it does have a good variety of different outputs to choose from. If you want to pick one up and help support the channel, you can find a link down in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more video reviews like this one.